Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk about some possible future Euphoria for several characters. But first let's talk about Kaalaa. We already know what Kaalaa get because her Euphoria has been released in the Chinese version. And this puppet arena here, did they give a clue on what Kaalaa's Euphoria would be? So if we look into Kaalaa, it says when planet is removed, gain 1 additional stack of planet divination. Okay, at the end of the round, for every 2 stack of planet divination held on self, consume 2 stack of planet divination and additionally cast Enchanted Strike. So this is quite similar, is that the actual Euphoria is more enhanced because definitely in the puppet arena they can't provide the full version. But in the actual version is that when you remove a planet, she will instantly do a follow-up attack. This one is that you will get planet divination, and at the end of the round, with 2 stacks of planet divination, you will do the follow-up attack. So which means 2 planet, 1 follow-up attack. But in the current one, the actual Euphoria is every time a planet disappears, she will do the follow-up attack. Okay, so it's very similar. So this definitely does give a clue on the character's Euphoria. So let us look into the other character. Here we have Teferi, we have Jay, Spathodea, 37, and Windsong. So let's start off with Teferi. When triggering Baby Tooth, additionally recover missing HP times 10% for all allies and dispel 1 random type of negative status or control effect from all allies. Now we look into Teferi. What is Baby Tooth? Okay, every time a member actively uses a character's incantation, collect 1 Baby Tooth, 5 Baby Tooth, and then she will reduce enemy crit resist, crit defense. Now she will heal as well, 10% plus 10 more, 20%, and then cleanse the party from negative status and control effect. Okay, so again, in this puppet arena, it wouldn't be that strong because also here she is labeled as a purple unit, which is a weaker version of, compared to the other character for puppet arena, she is considered weaker because she's purple. So definitely they are not giving her as much. But I can imagine with the Euphoria, all of those numbers here, the crit defense, the crit resist, all will enhance. The healing will be enhanced. The Baby Tooth cleansing might also be enhanced, like maybe cleanse 2 stacks, 2 negative status instead of just 1. And to trigger Baby Tooth, I don't think it will just be actively. It might also be based on the follow-up attack of the team members. Okay, so this will make her the ideal healer for follow-up attack units. Okay, because we still don't have that and we need one. Keeperina can be considered, but Keeperina is a shielder, so Teferi will come in as a healer. And one more thing is that if enemies are attacking us, then if you have character like Vila, Robuska, they will heal per hit. At the moment, Teferi doesn't have that. So if the Baby Tooth effect does, the stack is increased when the enemy attack us as well. So when enemy take an action, then Teferi will get a Baby Tooth effect. Will get a Baby Tooth stacks. So in that case, she will be able to heal at least once in between, our turn when enemy is attacking. So if they trigger it, then she will heal it. Okay, so I believe that Teferi Euphoria might be related to that. Alright? Okay, the second Euphoria here I want to talk about is Jay. So here it says, when entering battle, directly he will gain 20 stack of burn and cast Heat Treating. So Heat Treating will grant all allies shield 150% HP. That is already higher than the original one, which is 100% only. But again, I do believe the actual one might be higher. And this is a very important effect that he casts at the start of the battle, which means if you put him in front of the other ally and you have like Marsha or Keeperina behind, their shield might be cast after Jay's. And if their shield can stack on top of J, then there will be no problem using J. And I don't think J will be like the character that will be the main sustain. You definitely want to bring another sustain. He will most probably become a sub DPS. So his shield value not being thick, I do understand that it might be that case because you do need the other character to extend his shield and make it better. Right? Apart from that, there is still a problem because this is only at the start of battle. If remaining part of the battle, if the other character's shield, like if the shield is going to be totally shredded by the enemy is going to hit so hard, the shield disappear. And then if you have Keeperina, she will then use her shield at the start of the round, and then now Jay cannot override it. So this can still be a problem unless this effect is changed that when at the start of the round, he will instantly cast his shield. Then yes, I think that will make him a very good unit. And of course, the remaining Euphoria should be related to increasing the overall damage that he does and that he provides, because he does provide damage dealt based on the number of burn stacks on him when he uses his S1. So yeah. Another thing is his ultimate that is based on burn stack. But here there's actually one more mechanic, which is the third character that I want to talk about, is Spathodea. Because Spathodea's effect is that when attacking, inflict 20 stack of Red Spark. So what is Red Spark? Okay, Red Spark. Here, if you want to know Red Spark, we have to look at this Sacred Ember. And for some reason, Teferi is in part of this Sacred Ember. Anyway, after an ally attack, gain 3 stack of Touch of Flame. Okay, and right before attacking will consume and then inflict 1 stack of Red Spark. So Red Spark is just like Burn, but instead of Burn, Burn is, let's see here. Okay, let's look at Burn. It says healing taken minus 15%. At the end of the round, the holder take 4%. The holders attack 4% of Genesis damage, stackable up to 30 times. And multiple stack of Burn is regarded as 1 negative status, whereby Red Spark is based on the user max HP. So it's going to be much stronger than Burn, and it's Genesis damage and stackable up to 100%. Okay, sorry, stackable up to 100 times. Okay, and multiple stack of Red Spark are regarded as 1 negative status. So that's the same as Burn. Alright. And so the thing is that Spathodea, this one. Okay. Here you inflict 20 stack of Red Spark, and when casting ultimate, resolve Red Spark 3 times. So it's gonna do a lot of Genesis damage on the enemy. And which means the whole kit, if Spathodea is going to get Euphoria, it might be revolve around Red Spark. So that will create a new Burn team that is a Red Spark Burn team. And I felt like Jay will also be part of that team. So here, one thing is that instead of just the ultimate is based on burn stacks, it's going to be based on Red Spark as well, just like what they have shown us for Spathodea. So the higher Red Spark, the more damage it's gonna do. I gonna think that it's really gonna be that way. Okay, it's really gonna be that way for both Jay and Spathodea, that their ultimate will be based on Red Spark. Alright, next character after that is 37. 37 will very much be with Windsong and also Jay. That is because now 37, after ally have taken 5 action in total, she will cast 1 supplementary formula 1 time. And we know that if the ally take 5 extra actions, she will also cast a follow-up attack. So now it's going to be double. Okay? for supplementary formulation, it's not going to just be follow-up attack, but the normal actively casting an action or using ultimate, they are all considered an action. So all of that will then add into this count, right? This 5 action and then cast supplementary. So she's going to do a lot of follow-up attacks, and she's going to be really interesting that way, fit perfectly into follow-up attack teams. Okay, and here another one is Windsong. Starting from round 2, convert the 3 rightmost incantation in the spell log into own random basic incantation. So she's gonna have a bunch of her incantation, and with that 3 being transformed, they have a tendency of being merged. I've tried it, it does merge, and if it merges, Windsong is gonna get moxie. And the precast that she get, you can then drag one over there, because you don't want every round to have incantation on the rightmost, because rightmost will convert into her incantation. So let's say if you have some merge and then you drag some over to the left side and merge with the precast, she is definitely going to get enough moxie to get her ultimate in the next round. So if you do it right, you're going to be able to out every 2 rounds, and every 2 rounds she's going to get so much of her own incantation, and then her ultimate is just going to do so much more damage. And agree, I think that might be her Euphoria. And here also it increased the ally incantation draw limit +3. So if you change the one at the end to her own, at least you are not interrupting the entire party's rotation, because their incantation disappeared. Because now you have the additional +3 draw limits. Yeah, so you're gonna be able to then gain their gain their incantation as well. But also this means that Windsong has more tendency to get her own incantation as well. Then again increases the damage of her ultimate. Okay, so yeah, so this is all the effects that is shown here under the limit break for Puppet Arena, which has the potential to become the new character's Euphoria. And here I want to demonstrate to you the Windsong one as well as Spathodea's one. To be honest, Spathodea's one still felt like really lacking, but Windsong one is really interesting. Okay, so the next part of this 2 video, I will show you that. Okay, so here is a showcase of the Windsong's limit break and Jace and 37 and Tooth Fairy. Okay, here I'll bring it forward so that the last 3, when it convert, it will convert into Windsong. If you put her own at the end, it will be converted as well, so we don't want that. Okay. Alright, you see Jay already started with his shield, so I casting this shield doesn't do anything. So maybe his future Euphoria will then allow him to stack. So you can stack up his shield to be really take right from round 1. Okay, and you can see 37 is doing follow-up attack like crazy. Okay, shift it. Yeah, you notice, right? The 3 at the end converted and they auto merged. There, the follow-up attack, even though those are not follow-up attacks, as in, yeah, that is a supplementary formula. This is the one, yeah, you see that the animation 2 is different. So one is from the Eureka extra action follow-up attack, and then the other one is simply based on actions. Okay, so you can see there's a bunch of Windsong incantation there. And I'm going to use one of it so that I get precast for the next round. And look at all that Windsong follow-up attack triggering 37 follow-up attacks. Crazy. And then if you have Flutter Page in here, it's going to be insane. Okay, the last 3 is going to convert it to Windsong. Incantations. And here Jay is also triggering 37's follow-up attacks like mad. Yeah, this is the one from Eureka. This is the one from taking action. See, all that turned into Windsong's incantation and it combines, and now it combines again. And then just by doing that, I already get like 5 moxie. So definitely out every 2 rounds with Windsong will not be a problem at all with this new adjustment.
The benefits of field mapping. Taking another look. No other study could show you this.
Okay, I use up all the S2, but I get more S2, it doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna generate a lot of precast. Look at that. One thing, if we have Moxie Overflow, for some reason, if they give that to Windsong as well, she might be able to out every round. Because of all these precast merging, and then the incantation at the end, switching to either S1 or S2 and possibly merging as well, she might be able to do that.
The benefits of field mapping.
Alright, yep, so that's the showcase. To me, it's really good. Okay, Tooth Fairy is just passive standing there, so I'm not sure exactly when she was triggering her healing. Wasn't paying attention to that. Did she heal? I mean, she definitely should. Yeah, she does there. But again, that is really bad for Jay because she is cleansing Jay's incantation. So in that, when she get her Euphoria, I don't think it's gonna be like with Jay. Jay is still Jay. He has shield. You want to bring another shielder, so you don't need Tooth Fairy. Tooth Fairy is going to be for other unit that is not related to Burn and Jay, but specifically like follow-up attacks. Liang Yue, Windsong, 37. Those will be the team for Tooth Fairy. Of course, Windsong and Liang Yue may not work together, but 37 will be the sub DPS for both of them, or at least I believe that would be the case. Okay, yep, so this is for the showcase for Windsong. Okay, and now for Spathodea, so I have Isolde, Jay, Ulu. These are basically the original, the OG Burn team. So I'm just gonna bring them all here, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep Isolde S2. I mean, I'm not sure it's the S2 or S1, but for later, because here I don't get access to First Melody or Unfinished Tune, so I can't generate it later. So I do want it for later, so I'm gonna keep it. Okay, apart from that, Spathodea's kit doesn't really change at all. Why is this Melania doing double out? Okay. So you see Jay is also increasing red spark now. Because this team, we have the Sacred Ember, which then every character when attacking the enemy will inflict red spark as well. So this might be a future red spark team that you're looking at, except that Isolde will be lingering glow, but I think that will not be a problem. Isolde can still be lingering glow because Jay inflicts so much burn that he alone can increase lingering glow by quite a number, which means Isolde will still be able to provide the buff that she should for her new Euphoria. Okay. Jay is doing all the work. Alright. So now Spathodea. I need to get her Moxie to 5. Okay, I think I'm gonna skip this and I will just show you the ultimate, which is after this round. Okay, so enemy's turn's ending and Jay killed everyone. And now Melania is dead, left Medicine Pocket. Unfortunately, Medicine Pocket, the burn stack is really low. But here, since I have two incantation of Spathodea, I can increase rate spark by 20 per attack. There, 20 and 20 more. And then now I out. Boom. There. Not very high, not very impressive at this point, but yeah, that might be her Euphoria. But the damage definitely will be much higher when she gets her actual one. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know what do you think or what additional effect that this character should get for their Euphoria. Okay, bye.